At least one person has died after a large earthquake with a magnitude of 8.0 struck the Amazon jungle in north-central Peru early Sunday. The quake, at a moderate depth of 68 miles, struck at 2:41 m, 50 miles southeast of the village of Lagunas and 98 miles northeast of the larger town of Uramiguas. There were no immediate reports of casualties, although some buildings collapsed and power cuts were reported in a number of cities. Earthquakes that are close to the surface generally cause more destruction. Ricardo C. Iges, chief of the National Emergency Operations Center, said one person died when a rock fell on a house in the Huarango district. A preliminary survey by authorities found that 6 people were injured and 27 homes damaged across 7 provinces. 9 schools, 3 hospitals and 2 churches were also affected. In a tweet, President Martin Vizcarra called for calm and said that authorities were checking the affected areas. Vizcarra posted on Twitter, "The strong earthquake that occurred this morning was felt in several regions of the country. We're evaluating the affected areas. To all our citizens, I ask you to remain calm." The mayor of Lagunas, Aripezo, told local radio station RPP that the quake was felt very strongly there, but it was not possible to move around the town because of the darkness. The shaking lasted at least a minute. The USGS wrote, "This earthquake occurred in a segment of the subducted plate that has produced frequent earthquakes with focal depths of 100 to 150 kilometers. Earthquakes like this event, with focal depths between 70 and 300 kilometers, are commonly termed intermediate-depth earthquakes. Intermediate-depth earthquakes represent deformation within subducted slabs rather than at the shallow plate interface between subducting and overriding tectonic plates. They typically cause less damage on the ground surface above their foci than is the case with similar magnitude shallow focus earthquakes, but large intermediate-depth earthquakes may be felt at great distance from their epicenters. It comes just 2 months after a quake with magnitude of 7.1 struck southern Peru, amid a massive activity under the Pacific Ring of Fire that sent 46 separate tremors through countries situated on the famous disaster zone.